you're looking at yourself in the mirror and your first thought isn't,
I'm a savage.
that's okay. If you feel awkward naked, trust me, you are not alone. A lot of people feel this way. It actually takes a lot of intentional thinking and internal work to actually be able to feel this way. We're currently in a social climate where it's pretty hard to be confident. But confidence is built and it can be built. Yes, even for you, my darling. You know what it can't be? Bought. It can only be learnt and built. And confidence, as much as I hate to say it, starts in your head. In this video, I may touch on a few sensitive topics because I do want to share a personal story with you guys because it might help one person feel less alone, and I think that's really important. And I think that's kind of why I do all of this. So trigger warning, I will talk about body image, I will talk about eating, and I will talk about my personal experience with eating disorders, but only slightly.
Have you ever tried this one?
Studies show that generations with social media, the feeling of body dissatisfaction is common, especially in young women. But studies show that practicing self-compassion directly improves body image. Yeah, okay, confidence starts in the head, but how do you actually do it? Like, I cannot brainwash myself into thinking I'm sexy and gorgeous when I don't feel that way. I hear you, trust me. I feel like last year there was a huge surge in positive affirmations, looking at yourself in the mirror and going, I am sexy, I am beautiful, which, okay, I understand that it's coming from a good place and I'm sure a lot of people benefit from it, but saying those words are not gonna magically give you confidence. I am sorry. And you're not gonna feel sexy just because you tell yourself you're sexy. You actually have to have actions and intentional choice making and a history of that to actually feel like you're believing what you're saying. But I will say, when I stopped negatively talking about myself and my body, like intentionally, I quit all of that. I genuinely stopped thinking about it that way less. I used to say, oh, I'm ugly. Like, even as a joke, I was like, oh, I'm so ugly. Like, oh, I'm so fat. Or I'm so this and this and that. Oh, my body's this. Oh. Like, as a joke, because I know self-deprecating jokes were like a thing back then. That genuinely was how I started to think about myself. What the fuck kind of behavior is that? But when I started to jokingly say, yeah, I'm like the prettiest girl in the world. Or, oh, thank you, I'm just so sexy. Or literally changing all of my username to the gorgeous girl. Look what happened. I'm a gorgeous girl. Your words are spells, and so watch what you say about yourself because it does affect the mind. This is also not an overnight thing. You have to consciously choose to not say or think deprecating things about yourself. A few months into doing this intentionally, I actually noticed when other people would make self-deprecating jokes, and instead of finding it funny, I started to find it sad. Like, why are you talking about yourself that way? Like, I saw how I was in the past. I saw the past version of myself and I was like, what the heck was I doing? Because that's not funny for anyone. Someone being like, oh my god, I'm so ugly. Nobody's laughing. Sorry. Like, there's no good that comes from self-deprecation ever. If you're gonna choose something, choose to be obnoxiously confident and self-loving because you will end up believing it. But again, affirmations will not give you abs. Affirmations will not give you a boom bada boom 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 body tea so good. You actually have to make choices in your lifestyle to look that way. I might be cancelled for saying this, but it is much easier to be confident about your body and appreciate how you look if you're actually putting in effort to look good. Because if you're putting in effort into something, why wouldn't you be proud about that? Why would you want to show it off? And I'm not saying that just because you work out, you will automatically think you're so sexy and you will feel confident. This isn't like 100% foolproof method, but it is undeniable that when you're taking care of yourself, physically, emotionally, the food that you're eating, the habits, what you are saying, your lifestyle, it's kind of inevitable to think you're the most gorgeous girl. Because why wouldn't you? Backing up your mindset with your habits, it gives you leverage to gaslight your negative self-thinking. Because sometimes it might just be a bad day, bad self-image day. You might think, damn, I'm not giving body tea coochie good. But then you look at yourself and you go, hold on though. I take care of myself. I spend money and time to cook myself good food so I feel good. Actually, these thoughts are invalid because your habits is your real life. These are choices that you're making. This is not thoughts. This is not opinion. This is a fact. You can use these facts to enforce positive self-thinking and gaslight this negative shit talk about yourself. Because you don't deserve that. This is the only time I condone gaslighting. When you can gaslight your negative self-image. Because you're actually hot as fuck. So if you're eating like shit, also a chain smoker, drinking alcohol like it's water, never ever moving your body, always making self-deprecating jokes, you're not ambitious, you're not working, you're not doing anything remotely productive or benefiting you in any sort of way in your future, why are you complaining that you feel bad about yourself? Like, I'm sorry, that might get me hashtag cancelled, but it might actually just be you, babe. And that was a truth I had to face. I had a horrible relationship with food. I was over-exercising because I was so insecure about my body. I was quite irresponsible with my physical safety. And yeah, if you look at me, I was like very skinny, like very mainstream beauty standard, but I was insecure as shit. I did not want to wear a bikini. I did not want to wear a swimsuit. I felt so shitty about myself. And that's because I wasn't taking care of myself. I did not have a reason to be confident. I was not giving myself a reason to be confident, because why would I be proud of the things that I'm doing if I know it's not of good intention? I know that was a little bit philosophical, but let's get into the habits that I actually do, practical tips and tricks that I have that you can apply to yourself immediately to make a lifestyle change. Skincare, hydration, sleep, nutrition. You need this to survive. And I know that sometimes you have more work to do. Sometimes you have things to study, things. You might be busy and one pillar may be lacking, but these are the bare minimum needs that you need as an animal. And so before you start doing any extra shit, make sure you have these in check. Are you sleeping enough? Are you eating good whole foods majority of the time? Are you moving your body? Are you drinking enough water? Are you sleeping well? Get that in check first before you start buying all the expensive red light therapy and sauna things and the salmon sperm and that shit. Get that in check first. I promise you, this will solve like 80% of your problems. Once you have that in check, your body will look good and you will also feel good. Once you have that in check, you can start working on the mental, because no matter how physically ideal you may look, if you're still in that self-deprecative, negative self-image mindset, it will never be enough and you'll just be trapped in an endless cycle. Start rewiring your brain. Stop making self-deprecating jokes, please. It's not funny. Nobody's laughing. It's not benefiting anyone. My favorite little bit silly activity to do is literally just pose in front of the mirror. I grew up as a dancer and I was also working as a dancer, so I'm really used to seeing myself in a mirror. I look at myself in the mirror all the time, and that's what I grew up doing. Except before, I think I was kind of looking at myself in like a, why does my body feel like that? Or like, oh, why does my face look like that? Whereas now it's like, damn, I look good. Or like seeing what different angles look on me, seeing what lighting looks good on me, seeing what kind of shape, what posture looks good on me. This has kind of become a habit of mine, an everyday habit. This might be very conceited, but you know what? I'm doing this in the privacy of my own house, my own room. So it's an addiction that's not hurting anybody. Like, I genuinely will be in my undies or be completely naked or be wearing whatever the fuck. I don't even need to be naked, and I'll just be standing in front of a mirror. Pose. 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 And I genuinely impress myself. I'd be like, damn, I look good. And those moments where I'm like, ooh, damn, I look good, that also like subconsciously rewires me into believing that I look like that all the time, even if I don't. Yes, it might be delusion, but actually no, I take that back. It's not delusion, because when I see myself in the mirror, I look good. And that's me. That's a reflection of me. That's literally how I look like. So why wouldn't I be confident when I look like a sexy ass bitch? That doesn't make any sense. That's like looking at this genuinely authentic Mona Lisa photo, Mona Lisa painting, and going, that's oogly boogly. You're lying. It's beautiful and real. This might be a little bit deep now, but I have also noticed that practicing gratitude also has really positively impacted my mental being, which impacts my self-esteem. So just being grateful that your body works, being grateful that your body moves, being grateful that you even have a functioning body to start with, whether it be sexy, delicious or not, in your opinion, that's like base level. Being grateful that your body works, and also being grateful of yourself, because you are the one that are making the choices to fuel it to work. And after watching this video, I surely hope that instead of putting palm oil in your gas tank, in this metaphor you're a car, you're putting the premium gasoline, premium oil, premium fuel, because that's what you deserve. And that way the car will actually run instead of going on the road and crashing on the highway. To wrap it all up, feeling confident and sexy and delicious naked is a mix, a balance of mindset and habits. You need to have both. Otherwise, you're a sexy girl with no confidence, or you're just delusionally sexy, which I feel like I'd rather be this, but you might just not be healthy. And health should always come first. Anyways, that brings us to the end of the video. Honestly, from the heart, I highly recommend posing in front of a mirror and just hitting different poses. Look up Vogue magazines. If you have a Vogue magazine, replicate the poses. See what angles make you look phenomenal and gorgeous and sexy, because that's literally you, babe. Promise you will have unbeatable confidence and take some hot pictures if you want to as a reminder. Just make sure that you're not a minor and you're not sending it to anyone stupid, or just sending it to anyone period, actually, unless you're a consenting adult. I just genuinely wouldn't recommend it, but that's just me. As always, everything I do on this channel and on my social media is for you all, so you are safe here. Get comfy. I love you all so much. Thank you for giving me the career that I have today. If you have any questions, my DMs are always open. All of these videos are based on your DMs, and I love you all, gorgeous girls, so very much. Happy posing and be naked more. Jane.